How do you make money for nothing? The answer could be hiding in the 20 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
Before you throw that away, is there any chance I can have a quick chat to you about it?
Sure.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
I am a passionate buyer, user and renovator of second-hand stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I turn old into new and I sell it for a profit.
Sarah's ready to sift through as many boots and bin bags as she needs to.
That is the most fabulous thing I've seen here. This is so exciting.
In her search for tip treasure.
I love rifling through the rubbish.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers,
Hello, hello.
What have you got today?
I want to do what's right for this piece of rubbish.
she can transform her finds into desirable,
Look at that.
beautiful,
Speechless.
valuable,
You're joking.
and hopefully saleable items.
You always talk my kind of money, Jay. I love doing deals with you.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Wow!
Today we're at Whitley Recycling Center near Guildford. Although much of the waste and unwanted items we chuck out ends up in landfill, some of that tat could be transformed.
Every car has so much potential. You just don't know what diamonds are lurking in the boots, waiting for their chance to shine again. All I've got to do is find them before it's too late.
Sarah has permission to delve into this dump, so please don't go raiding your nearest recycling centre. She's searching for 3 items which, once reimagined and sold, could raise a profit and a smile for their original owners.
I'm after a chest of drawers or a big old chunky industrial drill base or, you know, something.
None of the things that I have.
Sarah doesn't want to be painted into a corner, so just as well something has caught her eye. David is discarding 7 drab-looking chairs.
I like your chairs. Would it be right to come and have a quick chat about them?
Yes, sure.
Are they yours? Have they been in the home? Or
No, they're from our tennis club. I've just been playing tennis and...
you got roped into dropping them off, did you?
Well, I said we live near here, so I could drop them off in Godalming. Yeah.
How many have you got?
7.
7?
Right, yeah.
They would be something that I'd really like to have a go at making
Yep.
refreshed and, you know, giving a new lease of light. Would that be all right to take them from you?
Fine. Yes,
Really?
of course. There we go. Yep.
I'd love to keep in touch with you or perhaps, you know, the tennis club to say what I've done to them. Would that be okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
It sounds like Sarah's enthusiasm has rubbed off on David.
I'm glad somebody's going to use them. I don't know, maybe put new backs on them, new backs, new seats on them, polish them up or something, yeah.
The thing I love best about these is there's 7 of them, because although each one may not have a lot of value, if I times it by 7, I'm definitely going to make some money out of them. I've got a few plans. I'm hoping I can make them look better than they do at the moment.
It's game, set and match for the tennis club's old chairs, which make up Sarah's first item. And with renowned furniture restorer Jay Blades poised to pick up this project, it could be love all. Jay is a master craftsman, breathing new life into forgotten and forlorn furniture and repurposing salvaged items.
I've always had a passion for the kind of heritage that the British designers have produced over the years. Traditionalists would love to keep it as it is, but to be reintroduced into the market, I like to just add a bit of colour and add something a bit quirky.
Let's hope that the tennis club's old chairs are a quirky enough proposition for Jay. Sarah's on the lookout for a second item that can be rescued, repurposed and sold for a profit.
Are you having a clear out? No. I like you've got a pig theme going on, have you?
Yeah, there is a bit.
And Sarah's not the only one who's caught the recycling bug. Matthew and daughter Lucy are tipping out their tired 2-seater, but Lucy's reluctant to say ta-ta.
I couldn't help spotting your sofa and thinking it looks really nice.
Yeah, we've had it for a long time. I don't personally want to get rid of it, but
Okay.
family's decision was
To get rid of it?
Yeah.
We've had a new kitchen and we've bought a new sofa
Okay.
for our kitchen dining area. And
Okay.
we have a new sofa, and it had to,
Out with the old then?
It had to go out with the old.
Well, I'm pleased it's ended up here because I've got all sorts of plans for the material and things that are coming off sofas. Probably not keeping them as a sofa, but to make stuff out of it. So if there was any chance that I could take it away and make good use of it,
Absolutely.
well, I will look after it and make
Thank
something
you.
lovely out of it. And if it's okay to keep in touch, I'll show you what I've done.
You have made my daughter's day.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you so much. I think I might have to ask you to help me carry it now. Oh, it's quite heavy though.
Oh, Lucy didn't want to be parted from this comfy pal.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for helping.
But Dad had decided it was fit for the dump. Seems like Sarah's solved the problem. Sweet.
I think it wasn't that well loved, which is why it had to go. So we brought it along here today, hoping that someone would be able to take it off our hands, and they have, and that's brilliant.
I hope it's leather, because there's a lot of material I can use on this, and I've got to have a good think about what to do with it, but I'm hoping, well, there's a lot of handbags to be made, isn't there?
This sad sofa is destined for the studio of designer dressmaker Chinello Bali. Chinello shot to fame on the Great British Sewing Bee and now creates stunning couture for a host of discerning clients.
I've always loved fashion. I think it comes from background actually, because my mum is very, very stylish. The women in my family are very stylish. And one of the things that encouraged me the most to start making for other people was because when I wore my garments, people would always stop me saying, oh, you know, oh, I really like this. Where did you get it from? And they're trying to, I'd made it myself. I really do look for the beauty in anything.
And hopefully you'll see the beauty in a beaten-up leather settee, Chinello. It's back to the dump as a search for an item of her own gets underway. And Sarah can spot some sparkle from a mile away.
I might go and put it in the reuse for you. That's going to bring a bit of joy to somebody, isn't it?
Sarah needs to get her own project up and running. And she spots a man with a van. It's Philip, who she's saved stuff for before, and he's on a mission to clear out a house. Smashing.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
And voila, Philip is getting rid of some striking-looking metalwork.
Brilliant. They look like they could have a new lease of life.
I remember my brother buying these at Peter Jones in 1968.
Right.
And they were £2,500.
Wow.
And we actually just couldn't believe that he would spend that much money. Anyway, they ended up in the garage.
The upmarket Peter Jones store has been a landmark in Chelsea since 1877.
I've got all the glass, none of the glass is cracked or anything.
No, I heard you saying earlier it's your birthday. I think it might be my birthday. That's fantastic. Let me take them. Are they heavy?
Sure you can manage?
No, probably not. Come with me. Sorry.
Where do you want them put?
Just over here would be great, so nobody else chucks them away. That would be fantastic. Have you any thoughts about what we could make out of them?
Shelves.
Shelves.
That's what they are.
Fair enough. If these cost $2.5 grand in the 60s, they could still carry some real value.
They were highly fashionable. If she's got the patience and cleans them up and gets the chrome fixed, they're just going to look as lovely as they did 40 years ago.
How cool are these? I love the fact that they were really expensive when they were new because it means that they'll have great integrity to them. They'll have some real quality. I've got high hopes for remaking these into something fabulous.
Sarah wants to repurpose these sassy 60s shelving units and ideally provide a profit for Philip. They make a fine, upstanding item 3. Sarah's crafty pals now each have their items. Jay will rethink the tennis club's industrial chairs. Chinello will turn Matthew and Lucy's two-seater into some tailored togs. And thanks to Philip, Sarah has a project all to her shelf.
I found some little gems today. They might look like diamonds in the rough at the moment, but by the time I finish with them, they're going to be shiny bright and worth an absolute fortune.
The former market town of Wolverhampton became a powerhouse of engineering during the Industrial Revolution. It was where the first set of automatic traffic lights were introduced. And furniture restorer Jay Blades is revving up and ready to go.
Sarah will be along in a little while. Don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully, it'll be something from the mid-century modern, so pre-1970s would be nice. Made of wood. An English manufacturer, be even better. But who knows what people are throwing away these days.
So, not to be too specific then, Jay. Hopefully he won't be too put out that Sarah's chairs are made of metal.
Hello. Okay.
They're not wood. I'm a bit worried.
Wow.
Good news or bad news? I've got another 5 outside.
You've got another 5?
Yeah.
Should we go and get them?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no going back now, Jay. That's right. Sarah's brought you 7 rusty seats.
First things first is you know I like working with wood, and this is metal. Yeah, I've got a bit of wood, thank you.
It's not in great condition.
No, but it's not too bad. The only thing I'm concerned about is just the frame, the amount of rust that's on there.
Oh, look, there's a label.
Yeah.
Nita Limited, excellent, ER.
Yeah.
They're royal.
There you go.
They've got the Queen's name on them.
Right.
This little symbol confirms that the manufacturer of these chairs once supplied the royal family.
Anything with a brand name, anything like that, always gives it that little bit of provenance that makes it a little bit more interesting and probably worth a bit more, doesn't it?
Yes, most definitely. The ideas I've got, I would do 3 in one cover of fabric, so these will be kind of matching, and then do another 3 in another fabric, completely different to this one, and then one odd one as a wow factor. Having in mind that the wow factor one is going to be the bee's knees.
Well, that sounds very intriguing,
Yeah.
but...
Price.
Price.
Yeah. To do the work on these, rub them down, you're probably looking at about 75 to £80 per chair.
You don't need to go to the gym this week, I tell you.
I've got my work cut out.
You've got your hands full here.
Yeah, most definitely. So we do have a deal.
We're dealing, Jay.
We're dealing. I'm happy.
Furnished steel frames, brand spanking new upholstery, and at least one unique standout seat. These seats could end up as the pride of the West Midlands.
Really important to see that those chairs have got tags on the bottom with a maker's mark, because that adds value. And with Jay's ideas for making them into a really cool set, I think there's potential to make at least a couple of £100 there.
These are not the normal thing that I normally work on, but I always like a challenge. But these are really, really interesting. I do like them, to tell you the honest truth. But it's a lot of work, hell of a lot of work.
These tennis club cast-offs will command a sizable budget to take from tired and tarnished to shiny and sought after. At £80 each, Sarah's going to have to make in excess of £560 to stand any chance of making a profit. From Wolverhampton to Canning Town in London's East End, amongst the legacy of its industrial past and its gleaming regeneration lies a fashion hotspot, although it might not look it from the outside. Sarah sees her sad sofa as an ideal project for Chinello Bali. Chinello is an uncompromising designer dressmaker, but she's certainly not an upholsterer, and she has no idea what Sarah's bringing. What will she make of that tragic two-seater?
Well, Sarah's been to the dumps, so it could be anything really. She could bring me a lampshade and say, Chinello, turn this into something amazing. Don't know with that girl. So I just don't know what it could be.
It's really dusty.
Didn't we have this sofa? Do you? I think we had this sofa, yeah. Oh, wow.
It's really bad. It's been in a barn and it's got bird poo on it, so it doesn't...
Oh, okay.
It needs cleaning up. Do you think that smells like real leather?
It smells like a barn.
That's where it's been. Don't tell anybody. I've seen you do all your lovely freehand cutting. I didn't know whether it was bodice or armour type stuff, but I just thought, I know you'll have great ideas.
There's a garment in this, definitely. I'm thinking lace as well. Can we put more to it?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Do you know, I'm thinking maybe a dress or a jumpsuit. Something very sexy, feminine. But playing with the leathers, I'm really looking forward to this one.
And is there any problem with the thickness of the leather?
Oh, no, I actually felt it. It's not that thick. It's not that bad, actually.
Shall we rip into the leather and then have a look at it?
I thought you'd never say it.
Let's get stabbing.
Looks like the sofa's got someone excited.
Instead of actually cutting it, I'm going to just rip into this.
Get ripping, girls.
Oh, it smells like leather, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It sounds fantastic, you know, I can see this amazing couture garment, but how much is that going to be to actually make?
Well, for my charges, you'll be looking at about £300.
Okay.
So try and keep it within sort of that price range.
The lace and the leather, I would never put it together.
I can't wait to show it to you, to be honest.
Looks like Chinello loves that leather. Phew.
I'm so excited that it's a black leather sofa. It's black, I love black, it's leather, leather's amazing. And it's a sofa, what kind of transformation is that? I'm just really, really excited about it.
At a cost of £300, this is certainly no off-the-peg job. So will Sarah go from rags to riches and pull in a profit? From the hustle and bustle of the East End, we head south to Sussex and the barn where Sarah's getting her very own rejuvenation project underway. Sarah rescued some 60s shelving units which had seen better days. She's more used to working with fabrics and frills, so will this project test her mettle?
So it probably doesn't look like it now, but these were once a really high-end set of shelving. They're quite daunting because they're metal. As somebody who often uses fabric, it's slightly away from what I'm used to dealing with. But I've had a few ideas, but it sort of depends on how they come up.
And she starts with a finish. Sarah is using a metal polish to try and remove rust spots from the vintage chrome and restore some of its original lustre.
Hoping to bring them back to a stage where you could have them in your sitting room. That's really pretty. Lovely and shiny. Out of this, I must be able to make one really cool Ottoman, like fat footstool, with a big upholstered top to it.
Sarah's set her sights on an Ottoman-style coffee table. These usually incorporate an upholstered top, which can double as a footstool. Comfy, yet functional.
And if I get some really good quality foam, maybe something quite thick like that, some velvet over it, might even try to do some battening on it to make it look really pucker.
The shelves will become the coffee table frame, but she doesn't need all of that metal, so it's time to cut it down to size. Using a hacksaw to cut thin tubular metal like this is perfectly fine, but it's slow going and takes a lot of effort. Did I mention it was slow going?
This is really hard work. I'm sure I could upgrade this as well. A nice power tool, I could just cut through there.
Well, you've started, Sarah, so you might as well finish.
Glad that's over. So that bit there, hopefully, is going to slot into that bit there.
And with a cut and shut frame just about ready, Sarah can turn her attention to the planned upholstered top, which will have a plywood base. And she wouldn't be our Sarah if she didn't already have some materials standing by.
This is a big old length. I think it's old mattress ticking, so it's really robust and firm. It'll certainly do the job. But it's just whether it's high-end enough. I have a feeling that this, when it's all together, would look good.
Back in Wolverhampton, Sarah left furniture restorer Jay with 7 sorry seats. Jay's first job is to eradicate that rust. These retro chairs were the property of a tennis club, so have probably been used both indoors and out. And now those frames need a new finish.
I don't really need to get rid of all of the rust that's on there. Just make sure that it's fully kind of rubbed down. As long as these are going inside, there's not going to be a problem with these re-rusting again.
Jay's decided on a paint finish. By lightly sanding the metalwork, he's giving the surface a key, which means the new paint will adhere to the frames properly.
I'm going to go for my kind of signature colour, which is black, which will then in turn make the seat that I put on there and the back really stand out because it gives it a really brilliant platform. So normally what happens is before I'm going to paint, I get in the mood by playing a little bit of music. You might not like it, but it gets me going.
So now Jay has his tunes on, it's time to get some paint on.
Whenever I paint a chair, I always work towards myself. If it's got struts, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Applying the paint really, really thinly, and as you can see, you could probably see strokes and you could see the silver coming through. That's absolutely perfect. I'm not looking to cover this completely in a full-on black. This will more than likely take at least, I'd say about 4, maybe 6 coats of paint is what this is going to take. I'm going in a kind of angle like that. The last stroke is always coming up.
White shirt and black paint. You're a braver man than me, Jay.
I like to wear something a bit nice while I'm painting, so I take my time and I don't actually get paint onto me. Very confident. I've just got a stain here. I think that was from the breakfast that I had this morning. That's baked beans on there, but I'm very confident I should be able to go to that wedding that I'm going to later on. I'm only joking.
Jay has decided on coloured velvet seat covers, which will stand out in sharp contrast to his black frames.
The reason why I've chose velvet is because this is quite a hard frame. So it's a steel frame. What we're doing is hoping to make these more accommodating to someone's home. You've got to have something that feels luxurious. They are going to look amazing. And they're going to be worth every penny after I've put all of the work into them, because they're going to take a lot of work.
That all sounds splendid, Jay, but don't you have another 6 seats to sand? Better get a wiggle on. Back in London's Canning Town, the task of taking a beaten-up leather sofa and creating a one-off designer dress is underway in Chinello's studio. She's got a famous client in mind for this design.
We have worked together on a lot of garments actually, and I think she trusts me now. So yeah, I've got her in mind as I'm making this. I'm trying to keep it something that I know she'll like and she'll appreciate.
A ready-made client, Sarah will be chuffed.
That's the bodice, so this is the part I'm making at the moment, and that will be the skirt. So when you put them together, then they become the dress.
Chinello starts by selecting the best cuts of leather.
I like this because it's quite smooth, so this will give a nice body. The way I see this is a piece of fabric for me. I'm not going to look at anything as an obstacle. I'm just going to see it as a piece of fabric and run with it like that.
She unpicks the existing stitches and prepares the fabric for her famous free cutting technique. Chinello is relying solely on her client's measurements as well as her imagination.
You need to do a lot of ironing where freehand cutting is involved, and I can't do that with the leather. So I want to make a template with some polycotton first. So I'll do that freehand and then I'll use that template to cut out the leather pieces.
Using polycotton templates allows Chinello to cut out the first sections which will form the bodice of the dress.
I'm just going to cut around the template pieces with some reserve around it. So those will be the seams. This is actually the bodice of the garment. So this is the side back, this is the centre back, that's the centre front, and that's the side front. So they all sort of fit together as a puzzle. Nowadays people just, go into the shop and get a commercial pattern, but I do swear by my freehand method because I just enjoy the freedom of it.
With the individual elements cut out, Chinello now sews them together, stitching what are known as darts to help the bodice follow her famous client's curves.
And this is what I mean by darting, giving the garment shape, because we had a flat piece, and just by creating those darts, we've now got some shape in that piece, and that's where the bust would sit inside of.
It's not long before the bodice starts to take shape. Who'd have thought this started out life as a sofa? Back in Sussex,
Let's put it down on the floor next to Bramble.
Sarah's daughter lends a hand with the finishing touches to our Ottoman-style coffee table.
So my plan for the top of the Ottoman was to cover it in this pink fabric and then bead it with some really lovely buttons all the way across it. But it was looking a bit like an old mattress. And then I bought some fabric, spent 50 quid on it. But it is some really beautiful Indian fabric, Indian style. It's a lovely linen. And in order to make it really bright and funky, I've made some tufts to go on it. These are made from some old embroidery threads, and I've done nearly all of them, but I've got one more to do in a corner. This is definitely a two-person job. So my little helper has been earning pocket money. Right, Lobster, hang on to that for me. So what you need is a really long needle that will go all the way through. You have to push it in at 90 degrees to the board so that you know it's going to come out in exactly the right position on the other side. So I've got a tuft line here. It takes quite a bit of pushing through because the foam's really dense. So we've got my nice little two ends of fabric there. Then the fun bit, choose a colour and put that in the middle of those two pieces of thread. Do a simple knot once and then twice. It should stop it moving. So these are just granny knots, really simple stuff. And because I'm going to pull the tufts really tightly, this is all going to get hidden right in the middle of the thread. Choose a button, thread a couple of bits through. Then I'm going to turn it over so we can get some real pressure on it. Thanks, Lobster. Down. So once again, a couple more knots, like that. And then just fluff up the tuft. Tufts and tassels feel like they're really now and they're all over the place, and these bright colour pops really add some detail to what would be quite a plain and ordinary coffee table. So I'm really pleased with it.
Sarah started out with a sorry set of 60s shelves and has created a brand new designer coffee table with upholstered linen top and a made-to-measure chrome frame, fit for the swankiest of pads.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Oh, it is comfortable. It's on the sit on your head. That's all right, isn't it? So if you have that on the end of the sofa, you know, watching TV, you can put your feet up, or if you want to put down magazines and stuff on it, that's fine. Thanks for your help. Couldn't have done it without you. How much am I paying you? Because it all comes out of my budget.
About £1,000.
Now, I know it looks like it's expensive, but I can't afford that much. Should we call it a tenner?
20.
20?
Oh, could this turn out to be Sarah's trickiest negotiation to date?
£14.50.
12.
£14.
Come on then.
Back at the dump, Philip's shelves were surplus to requirements, although he did think they should be kept as they are.
They were highly fashionable, and if she's got the patience and cleans them up, they're just going to look as lovely as they did 40 years ago.
But Sarah salvaged what she needed and created a custom-made Ottoman coffee table complete with upholstered top. Sarah sold these former shelves to a dealer who specialises in retro furniture, Groovy. Sarah returned to Chichester to give Philip some good news and hand over some loot.
Hi, Lucy.
How are you, Philip?
Good, thank you.
Lovely to see you again. First thing I'd like to talk to you about is the frames that you dropped off. They were something really approachable that I could work on. So I cut them up and turn them on their side and turn them into an Ottoman. So here is that said Ottoman.
Oh, good grief.
Is that a good grief or a...
No, that's fantastic.
I'm not sure you're supposed to be laughing at this point.
No,
but
I'm not. I'm just impressed you work so hard.
really, well, that's very nice of you to say. But it was quite a simple thing. And
So how long did it take?
Probably about 3 hours.
This is not as impressive.
Really, a week.
That's so much better.
Well, yeah, so that's how it ended up. And I'm very pleased to say that somebody else really loved it and paid £200 for it. So I've got £100 profit here to give to you.
Well, thank you very much indeed. That's, considering I was about to throw it away, that is a lovely surprise.
I don't know off the top of your head if you know what you might do with £100, but it's all yours
I might
to do.
spend it.
On what? Go on. Anything in particular?
I haven't got a clue at the moment, but it'll be something towards the birthday present that actually I didn't get that day. I will let you know in time. I will let you know by the end of my next birthday, should I make it.
Well, I'll see you at the tip, no doubt. It was lovely to see you again, Philip, and thank you so much for letting me take your shelves away and make them into something.
It's so nice to take your money. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sarah's imaginative transformation of what was once a shelving unit has cost £100 to complete. Managing a sale of £200 has left Philip with £100 for a belated birthday gift.
It's very clever and ingenious. No, I'm very pleasantly surprised, and I can't believe she did it so quickly.
Sarah's back in wonderful Wolverhampton to check up on the industrial chairs that she left with furniture rejuvenator Jay. Jay is making some last-minute tweaks to one of those seats.
I think it's gone brilliantly according to plan. They look, for me, the chairs just look to die for. I think she should love them the same way I love them, but you never know, she might not like it.
When I left here, Jay had just been given 7 chairs that could best be described as, say, utility chic, but actually were just depressing grey. I'm hoping that with his bags of ideas and all of that style that he has, he's managed to drag them up into something really stylish, and with £80 budget each, he better have nailed it.
Jay took on 7 sad stackable chairs and has transformed them into 7 signature seats, with rust-free frames in black and rich-coloured velvet seat covers, including this standout eye-catching wild card.
No way.
How we doing?
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. But what do you think?
I think all together they look lovely. I want to see them all lined up. I want to see them round a table. The frames have come up really well, haven't they? I mean, they look brand new, don't they?
Yeah, the frames do look brand new.
Is that one special?
That's the special one. That is most definitely the special one. It's a statement piece, isn't it?
I think you've definitely made some statements here.
I think it works quite well if you've got 3 going up one side of the table, then another 3 going up the other side of the table, and then top one.
Me at the end.
Yeah,
Mine,
there you go.
mine.
Your place at the end. There's just so many colours in there. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really impressive. Because these were utility at best, weren't they? They were ugly.
Yeah, what we've done here is just made sure that we put a velvet fabric on there so the steel is not so hard, because not many people have steel furniture in their house.
Well, I think you've done a cracking job. Tell me. I left you with a load of budget for these. Am I under or am I over?
With the rubbing down, you're slightly over. I think, if I remember rightly, we said £80 per chair, if I remember rightly. It came in at 85 per chair.
I think I'm in profit. I mean, even if I sold them for 700 quid,
Yeah.
I'm 100 quid up for the tennis club. So I think it's nice to be able to give you back some real money for the hard work you put into sorting out all those frames and the lovely upholstery.
And my elbow is absolutely killing me. Because the rubbing down is just unreal.
You boys, you don't know what hard work is.
That's true. That's true.
Right, I'm taking these away. Lovely. Jay has managed to make those chairs look absolutely fantastic. It's the attention to detail that matters with these things, and he's absolutely nailed it.
I'm very chuffed with that, actually. It's always daunting when Sarah comes in, because I've worked by myself in the workshop, and it's kind of like, will they like it? Would the real world like it? Because then you get exposed to the real world via Sarah, and then she comes and she likes it, and then obviously she has to sell it in the end. So, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Back at the dump.
There we go.
These industrial utilitarian chairs had been discarded by the local tennis club, and David had offered to dispose of them.
I'm glad somebody's going to use them. I don't know, maybe put new backs on them, new seats on them, polish them up or something. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what happens. Yeah.
And after the J-Blades treatment, they look good enough for centre call. Unfortunately, despite it being advantage Sarah, these 7 beauties have failed to score a new home. Sarah has returned to Whitley to serve up the results and show David what has become of the old chairs.
Hi there. Hi, David. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, yes.
How are you?
Very well, very well. Yeah, not so good the weather, but...
No,
we are.
it's
Yeah.
typical English summer, is it?
Yeah.
I've got a few pictures and things to show you about your
Okay.
chairs.
Yep, I'd love to see.
They were
Oh my
completely...
Look at that. They look amazing. They really do. Completely different.
So would they look out of place in the tennis club now?
They look too good, I think.
It does get like that. At this point, I'd love to be saying I've sold them for loads of money and handing over watches of cash for the tennis club.
Right.
But they haven't sold yet.
Okay.
So I just thought I'd come along and update you on how they are.
Brilliant, yeah.
And I think they have a good chance of selling. And
Really?
when they do, I'll come back to you with a profit.
All right. Thank you very
Lovely.
much indeed.
Really nice to see you again.
Okay,
And thank
good
you very
to see
much
you.
for letting
Well
me have
done.
your chair.
Too.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
then. All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
With Jay serving up an ace updating the 7 old chairs, his cost totaled £595. Although hopeful a sale can be achieved, currently they remain unsold, which means there is no profit at the moment to return to David and the tennis club.
I didn't think you'd get anything for them or be able to do anything with them, so I'm very pleased you have been able to, and he's done a grand job on them anyhow.
Back in London's East End, Chinello has just about completed her radical transformation of that sorry sofa and now awaits Sarah's arrival.
I don't know if I'm nervous what I think she'll think of it. I think she'll like it, but obviously you never know. So I just really want to see the look on her face. I hope it's not one of disgust, but I just want to see what she thinks of it when she comes in.
I'm hoping I'm about to have a Cinderella moment, that Chinello, with her £300 budget and a wave of her magic wand, is going to have turned that tired old sofa into a beautiful designer gown.
Thanks to Chinello's magic touch, the curse of the couch has been lifted. A truly enchanting transformation has taken place. Elizabeth is modelling a handmade leather dress with fitted bodice, leather skirt and luxury lace detailing.
Hi there! I wasn't expecting it.
This is Elizabeth.
Wow, do you know, that's amazing.
Do you like it?
I'm speechless. It's
What were
fantastic.
you thinking before you came in? You were gonna...
I suppose because I've seen these dresses before, I was thinking that it'd be something like that, you know, more just less petite, should we say, on the leather front, but it is fantastic. I love what you've done with it with the lace. Genius, genius. Let me give us a turn. So cool. I love the zip in the back. It does look really cool. I feel really underdressed. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really dowdy over here. So what does it feel like actually wearing something like that?
It feels amazing, and I kind of look sexy in it, so I kind of love it.
Yeah, wow.
She didn't want to take it off actually. She wants it for herself.
Okay. Well,
Like Sarah's going to give you a price for the dress, so...
yeah. I think that we left saying you had £300 worth of budget.
We still kept it sort of within, because the things we have added to it, we had lying around in the studio anyway. Yeah, but so it's fine, it's still within budget.
So I know that you said that you had somebody in mind. Did you actually fit it to somebody?
Yeah, this is made for Lauren Vula. She's a client of mine, and I called her up and said, you know, this is the situation. Would you fancy something? And she said, you know, that she wouldn't mind. So I think she would love this.
And have you discussed price with her?
I haven't discussed price. That's your job, Sarah.
Oh, lovely. Well, you know, looking at it looks amazing, doesn't it? Nobody's going to see that and think there's an old sofa, are they? I mean, I shall see you soon.
See you soon.
That was lovely. Thank you ever so much, Elizabeth. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now that is the kind of surprise that I really like. Chinello had put her heart and soul into that dress, and I think it really showed. She might have sold it as well, which is really helpful, and she's definitely left me something that I can make a profit out of.
I'm very happy with her reaction. I'm really happy that she loved the dress and it's made it all worth it. That's good.
Matthew and daughter Lucy brought their old leather two-seater sofa to the dump, but Lucy had hoped someone would rescue it and give it a new home.
I don't personally want to get rid of it, but
Okay.
family's decision was to
get rid of it?
Yeah.
Chinello reclaimed the leather and worked a mini miracle. Chinello designed a dress with singer Laura Mvula in mind, and so Sarah has a ready-made sale. Sarah's back in Guildford to reveal to Matthew and daughter Lucy what became of their two-seater leather sofa, but how much profit was there at the end of the day.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Hi there.
Hi,
How are you
Sarah.
doing? Nice to see you again. Hi, Lucy.
How are you?
Really nice to catch up again. I just thought I'd come and give you a quick update about what we did with your favourite sofa. I remember from when you were dropping it off that I think you were reluctant for it to be thrown.
Right, yeah.
I have a friend called Chinello who is a fantastic seamstress, and she does have a client who's called Laura Mvula, who is a singer. I don't know if you've ever heard of her.
Yeah.
She's had things like... Have you heard of her?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Great.
I haven't.
No, I hadn't either. She has commissioned something from Chinello to be made out of your sofa.
Oh my word.
I've got a picture of it to show you, and it's quite dramatic.
Oh my word.
It's
Amazing.
What do you think?
Well,
Amazing.
it's staggering. I can't believe that that sofa has become that.
Because it was commissioned, it meant that it was actually sold. So there's some profit left. And I wondered, I don't know how you feel about this, but I wondered, I've got £200 here for you, and I wondered if it'd be all right to give it to Lucy to think about what she might spend it on. Is that? Yeah, that's all yours, and it was a lovely thing to work with. Think of us when you're using it. I hope it does something helpful and useful.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
For Chinello to work her magic transforming Matthew and daughter Lucy's sofa into a show-stopping dress cost £300. But with a commission already in place, a sale of £500 was guaranteed, leaving £200 with Lucy, who, by the way, is studying A-level textile design and intends to spend the cash on materials.
This is a complete surprise. It's amazing that they've managed to get a profit from it. I never thought that would happen.
Sarah has shown salvation to 3 items from the dump. The rusty metal frames designed into a stylish one-of-a-kind Ottoman table. The 7 old tennis club chairs, re-energised from utility to dishy dining. And the black leather sofa revamped into a sassy, show-stopping gown.
The natural hoarder in me would love to hang on to everything that we find, but actually it's a lot more satisfying seeing things totally transformed and sending them off to a new home.